be ushered into the front court and getting things underway. Straight away, Levchenko gets a catch, and it will be Wallace picking her up. Sioma, there's Kolosovskaya, Kuplinova, and Kreiser, we'll see her. Vadeeva gets her first touch and get a little bit of contact down low, a double team as well. Levchenko, shot clock's running down, fires up a three and misses. Wonderful box out for Australia. They will get their first offense underway.
There's a super box out by Alicia Furling. Mick put the white jerseys up the backboard.
It's Tupaia, Talia Tupaia plays for the Penrith club. Back in Australia, back to Wallace. Wallace's first crossover. Leaves fumble the ball, it's been tipped by Levchenko. And all the way back to Smith. Smith comes in a little hard off the backboard. Russia get a chance to break here. Out on the break comes Kolosovskaya. Skip pass up to Levchenko. Wide open, comes in off one dribble. Jump shot from 15. And the first points on the board for Russia. And it's going to be as loud and noisy affair, that's for sure.
Pretty basketball, great spacing by the Russians, and a nice individual move by Levchenko.
Tupaia makes her first shot of the game, and that drops nothing but trying, and Australia take the lead 3-2. Talia Tupaia just very much part of this leadership group on this Gems team. Kuplinova over the pick and roll. You get a little bit of switch there. Tupaia's right on top of her straight away though. Vadeeva down low, goes up and scores.
That's just terrific execution by the two bigs for Russia to get the easy basket for Vadeeva.
Tupaia straight down the other end, and she will get some free throws here. The foul will go against Levchenko, who's in a heap on the floor.
It's a perfect way to respond when you can see the basket, get the ball out quick, and go on the break, come right back at your opposition. All credit to Australia to get out in their lanes quick.
I'm going to go back to Maria, as Tupaia gets her free throws here. Maria Vadeeva down the other end with a soft touch. Tupaia's 8 of 9 coming into this game from the free throw line. It's very good free throw shooting indeed. In and out with that one.
You're just giving her the commentator's curse right there.
That might happen all through the game, I'm afraid. Here's Levchenko. Wallace paying close attention. Now, see, Levchenko may feign a line to the hoop here. Just got a little too much on that one. Tupaia breaks out, and the very experienced Talia Tupaia is fouled at half court.
Well, Levchenko showed a burst of speed, and she was able to get to the basket. Mick didn't finish, but that's something certainly that Australia want to be aware of, is the penetration.
I think Wallace just gave her a bit too much respect there. Backed off her a little bit and just gave her a chance to get a full head of speed. It's Froling's first touch of the game, Southern Methodist college player. Smith's shot misses and rebounded by Kuplinova. And Levchenko will organize things at the point guard. He's had a great week, Levchenko. Vadeeva, Sioma, Kolosovskaya, not taking a shot yet. Turns the corner on the pick and roll. Getting no space at all, Kolosovskaya. Kuplinova, time's running out on the shot clock. Dumps it right down to Sioma, is fouled just on the shot clock. This foul will probably go against Smith, I think 12.
It is Smith, Mick, and it's frustrating from Australia's perspective because they were so good guarding on the perimeter. They guarded the screen and roll so well, and then the foul committed by Smith just as the shot clock buzzer is going off.
Tatiana Sioma, 2 shots for her, which is shooting about 80% from the free throw line, 8 of 10 on the tournament. Just a soft touch, a beautiful touch. Plenty of hours there practicing from the free throw line is Wallace. Wallace will find all the way to the hoop. Soft touch, Christy Wallace. My word, that was indeed quick, and it was quite exquisite to the end. Levchenko beats Wallace down the other end, gets up in the air. I think the referees may ping her for a travel here. And Levchenko feeling the pressure of Christy Wallace.
I love Australia's response, Mick. Again, a made free throw. They come right out and push the ball down the floor, trying to set the tempo.
Tupaia, a handoff from Wallace. Back to Wallace, gets a better angle on this wing here. Looking for Froling down low. Froling comes up top. Vadeeva taking up the dribble. Froling comes in and out, and there was a suspicion of a travel, not even a contact on the foul, maybe. Kolosovskaya had the ball stripped and knocked out of bounds by Tupaia.
Miscommunication by Russia. Mick, they had an opportunity to press a 2-on-1. Just didn't get the floor balance they needed to turn that into easy points. As a result, Kuplina was coming out.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether that was communication. I think it's just in the wrong place and the ball's heading your way, isn't it? What do you do? Sioma, he's Levchenko. Ogun's in the game for Russia. Wide open on the first. And she's one of those elementary mistakes a lot of players make in the modern game. They catch the ball on the wing and just first step goes backwards out of bounds.
She did such a nice job running her defender off screens, did Ogun. Unfortunate that she stepped out of bounds on her first touch.
Wallace, first jump shot for Christy Wallace, and points straight away to Alana Smith for the screen. That is very calm, cool and collected by Wallace. Wallace rubs off on a screen there. Sioma, Levchenko trying to break free into Vadeeva. This one's going low. No, Ogun goes away from her. I'm sure they're looking at Vadeeva soon. Levchenko, Sioma, there's Vadeeva. Can she catch it? She does, and scores.
Great patience by the Russians, it's twice now they've used Levchenko to screen for Vadeeva, a little for big pick to open her up inside.
Well, if you don't know much about Vadeeva yet, you will by the end of this game, that's for sure. Smith goes in hard, Vadeeva. Very special attention. Sioma now breaks out of the pack. They got numbers down the floor here, Russian. Ogun. Kolosovskaya goes in, Sioma. Levchenko looks at the three. Levchenko in, Vadeeva the J, got it. Maria Vadeeva, remember the name, it's a Russian star for the future. If not already, Tupai goes in, Vadeeva to block. And Australia will get the ball on the end line.
Well, Mick, it's a great pass to play by Vadeeva. Shows a nice touch on the baseline, pretty jump shot. And then she comes right back and defends the paint here on the block. You're going to see it. It just comes from the help side and knocks out of bounds.
Yeah, Tupai carrying on that Australian pressure down the floor off made baskets is Wallace. Wallace goes off Smith's pick and roll. Got a two-pointer off the last one. Wallace goes in, backboard over the top. Vadeeva rebound. And I think this might go against, well, your guess is as good as mine. So
it's Wallace.
Yeah, there's five. Christy Wallace, you see there. Didn't do too much wrong. Had a nice little look there as well. You might have thought Lauren Scherf might have picked up that foul. Trying to get the rebound. Subs in for Russia. Vadeeva out, and another rising star, Raisa Musina, in the game for Russia, who's coming in averaging about 12.6 points a game for the tournament so far. First change of defense for either team. Australia in the 2-3 zone. Ogun goes up in the air. Great defense from Scherf as she met her head to head. There was no block shot, but Ogun just turned it over to Paya. Wide open is Scherf down low. Smith up top. Tupai three. Soft touch the first time. Little long the second. Smith the rebound. Comes back on herself to the baseline. Foul from Sioma.
It's excellent execution by the Australian. Scherf had the mismatch. She was guarded by Ogun inside. Got the touch. Forced the defense of Russia to collapse and then opened up Tupai on the perimeter. So good recognition by the Australians to exploit that mismatch.
So Alana Smith, who's going to head off to sunny California. I'm guessing midway through August they'll start going. Stanford University. I know the website of Stanford, the Cardinals, is hot right now with the exploits of Alana Smith. This both free throws, rebound back in, but no good there from Sharp. And it will stay with Australia. I guess the one thing you can always guarantee is Australia will fight for every ball, loose or not.
It's in their sporting DNA.
You've got it in your hands, watch out.
Australians compete down to their toenails in all sports.
Wallace the back screen for Smith. Wallace should pop for the J, and Levchenko's played good defense there. Scherf puts the ball on the floor. She might lose this one a little out of control. And Kolosovskaya had the ball in her hands, but could only deflect it out of bounds. 10 on the shot clock. Start for both teams here. They've settled down well. Wallace over the pick and roll. She made her last jump shot. That was a little short, but Scherf has done well to keep it alive, but it's Musina that cleans things up. And Levchenko is, I think they need to put more pressure on Levchenko at the guard position. Wallace tries to fake at the ball there. Here is Levchenko. Down low to Maiga. Maiga goes up for a jump shot, and the foul from Smith. Smith turns to the referee to complain, but you can see there was definite contact there.
Micah does a great job. She puts the Australian defender on her back, shows her numbers. There she is, makes herself available. And goes up for the little jump shot inside.
Yeah, Smith just leaned over slightly there to whether she felt there was no contact. The referee could see there was maybe something going on. Therefore, you give Maiga the benefit of the doubt there. 2 shots here for the very, very talented Russian. I like Maiga, Zoselina Maiga. I saw her play yesterday in the quarterfinals, and just a very, very agile 6'4", what's that, 193. Rebound yet, McBeega in for Australia, the youngster. Wallace, well, Wallace and Levchenko get to know each other very, very well tonight. McBeega drives hard to the hoop, hits the back of the rim off the backboard, and who else but Lauren Scherf with the rebound. McBeega gets an easy catch in, won't drop down. Another rebound as well from Maley. Wallace fires off a 3, misses, and Musina another rebound. McBeega fighting all the way. The number 10 for Australia gets her first foul of the game. You see the McBeega layup here. Oh, Musina may have picked up a foul there, but not given. In the end, it was the rebound, and McBeega got the foul. Levchenko and Wallace. Wallace backs off again. Musina, Ogun. Musina wide open, puts the ball on the floor, one-on-one with McBeega, goes hard to the hoop, throws it up, the Spartak player, and rebounded by Scherf. Not sure how many rebounds Lauren Scherf has, but she's got him. Wallace breaks out of the pack, looking for help. And Musina the long outlet, Kolosovskaya, who's hardly been part of this game yet. Levchenko has to catch it out of the air, almost didn't catch it. Picks up the dribble very, very early. Ogun travels, and at 10-8 scoreline, it's gone pretty quiet as far as the scoring is concerned.
Lauren Scherf has 2 rebounds, 1 offensive, 1 defensive, and that surprises me. I would have thought she has more. I'm not sure the statistician can keep up with her.
Not sure what game she's watching.
Well, certainly she's been active, hasn't she, Scherf? And if she hasn't rebounded on offense, she's kept it alive. She's made her presence known inside.
Well, Wallace is in control as far as the Australian offense. Not getting a break just yet. I think most players have got breaks in the starters, except for Levchenko and Wallace. 2 key players in this game. Scherf back to Tupaia. Tupaia rubs our defender off. Little hesitation. Tupaia gets high in the air and blocked by Vadeeva. Levchenko, Musina. Levchenko probably delayed that a little too long. And if we're giving the defense time to get back, Scherf backs down Vadeeva, goes high, and Lauren Scherf scores high off the backboard against Vadeeva.
That's a terrific post move, isn't it? Just great patience, backs down her defender, and what a beautiful touch off the glass.
Well, the confidence as well to take on the tall Russian, Maria Vadeeva. Levchenko all the way back to Musina. Musina puts the ball on the floor once again, and a foul. It's either McBeega or Scherf. Take your pick on this one. I think it's going to go against McBeega. It does indeed. The number 10 for Australia picks up a second foul. 15 foul for Australia, so Musina was shooting the ball. She get 2 shots, and any foul after this will be free throw line. There's the replay there. A little bit of contact.
Sorry, Mick, that's the second time that Musina has put the ball on the floor and gone strong to the basket, so showing good mobility for a player her size. Well, 192.
Both drives have come from the 3-point line. If you look at the 3-point shooting, she's only 1 of 4 in the tournament, so she's not going to offer that 3-point shot. You just got to stay down on that. Free throw is good. 16 of 24 for the tournament. She's a player that gets to the line a lot, a frequent flyer. As far as the 15-foot shot is concerned, and she goes again. I mean, one of those nights that free throws will be critical for both teams. And we have a substitution at point. Perini's in the game for Australia. And Wallace takes a break. Tupaia backs down. Tupaia in a little bit of trouble. They're getting very deep in the lane. It's the 3rd time she's had a shot blocked. Vadeeva is in the game for Russia, so both leading point guards are on their bench getting a well-earned break. Vadeeva, Kolosovskaya, first 3 for her, bottom of the nets, points to the sky, and that opens up a 5-point lead. There you see it. That's their first scoring option of the game. I think Tupaia goes back door, maybe in a little bit of trouble. Great pass, Perini, 3. There's the response from Michaela Perini. And it's all of a sudden it's taken off again. 10-8 start with points in a flurry, a quiet little bit in the middle. And then we're back again as business as usual. Vadeeva low, she scored 6 already. Goes up and the referees have got a foul. I think this is a good call. It's a late one though. That's what the players are a little bit upset with. Great spin from Vadeeva. This is looked like it was Lauren Scherf's foul. It is indeed. Liam, Vadeeva in the Eurobasket for women. They finished, I'm not sure what position, 5th maybe. Can't remember, but she was 16 minutes a game and second top scorer with 12 points a game.
Been a busy summer for her, hasn't it? You know, from the women now down to the under-19s.
And she was 16 years of age. She's just turned 17 last weekend. That's how young this young lady is. Foul here against Vadeeva. Number 12. Oh, it's against 15. Didn't see that one coming. Klimova has picked up that foul. First foul of the game. Sideline ball for Australia. Perini looking to get open. He's gone to Froling instead. Hands it straight back to Tupaia. Talia Tupaia in. Tries to dump it down, does successfully to Scherf. Scherf couldn't get much headway there against the Russian bigs. Klimova back to Vadeeva. Vadeeva just calling the play. About an offense left for both teams left in this quarter. Vadeeva, hand off to Kolosovskaya. Oh, Vadeeva's wide open. It wasn't a great pass, and it wasn't a great finish either. Gets her own rebound. Vadeeva in for 2. Had her feet on the line. Leads back to 5 again. Last shot for Australia, hopefully the quarter. Froling turned over, and that will be a jump ball if there was one. Of course, it's gone possession to Australia.
Australia lucky to get this back, Mick. As you said, they're trying to get that last shot to close out the first quarter of play, and Froling spilled it.
There is a school of thought that says the point guard eats it until you're ready to shoot the ball. Anyway, Alicia Froling has a lot of experience. I'm sure she knew what she did wrong. Here's Perini. If she wants to pick and roll Perini, it may not come in time. They've got plenty of time. Double pick and roll Perini. Back to Scherf. Fires up a long 3. It's short. And Froling was there, as was Mailing. Missed the shot. That's the end of the first period. And Australia, confident, although they trail by 5, jog straight into that discussion group, as both coaches will get their way with their players. 5-point lead for Russia, the home side. Liam, is it of any significance that the home side are in front at this point?
I think it is. You know, we asked which team will show more nerves coming out, and I think you can see with the scoring, it's pretty fluid. Both teams are ready for the competition. If you're Russia, well and truly pleased, you've got a 5-point advantage in front of your home crowd.
You just see the block shot numbers, because the Australian shooting was poor. 4 block shots for Russia. I think it was 3 of 17 Australia was shooting. Their numbers will have to increase. They'll have to get some easy shots somewhere. Either drag the bigs for Russia away from the hoop and hopefully run them off from screens. And you see Sioma and Vadeeva for Russia. And there's the Australian bunch. Head coach Paul Grawlers, Jonathan Goodman, his assistant. Grawlers, I think, works a lot with the Institute. Done most of his work at the national team level. Down the other end, Dmitry Donskov, the head coach of Chevakata in the Russian Super League here.
Mick, Russia with the 4 turnovers. Coach Donskov won't be happy about that. They'll certainly need to clean up their play a little bit as we get ready for the second quarter. I like the fact that Russia are looking inside, giving touches to the bigs inside, and Vadeeva has combined pretty well in the perimeter as well, with Kolosovskaya opening up at 3 once, and then a dump down inside for Vadeeva. So those two are on the floor right now. See how they combine.
Just seeing some highlights here. That beautiful layup there from Christy Wallace. I think it was started the game for them. Vadeeva's had a great start to this game. 7 points for Russia. European champion last year at the under 16 level. That's how young this young lady is now here. A year later, competing at the under 19s after going Eurobasket with the senior women. Vadeeva again gets a touchdown low, spins to the middle, touches in. Unstoppable Maria Vadeeva.
She was an all-tournament selection as well in that under 16 tournament.
She was the MVP, wasn't she? I think. Leading scorer. Chekhov goes up, tries to get a response down the other end. Vadeeva picks a rebound, and I think it's been knocked out of bounds by the Australians. It will go with Russia. They have the 7-point lead. I think Australia will need to really watch the momentum of this game, change the tempo up, otherwise this ball's going to get fed into Vadeeva time and time again. I need some answers in there. Musina pops up top, Levchenko goes by Wallace. Pump fake on Wallace, Levchenko goes long, Vadeeva keeps it alive. Vadeeva backboard misses. Great work from Lauren Scherf, another defensive rebound. Wallace on the outlet, Levchenko gets the foul. And Levchenko has gone hard to the floor. Looks like her left elbow has struck the floor hard. Gets up, not an ounce of expression in her face. There'll be elements of Levchenko that might do that, should have been offensive, but she was moving sideways. A good call. Maiga into the game, Vadeeva sits down. You're still trying to hunt the MVP, are you, for the under 16?
Trying to find out, actually.
Turnover against Australia, possibly. Kolosovskaya picks it up. 4-on-2 for Russia. Levchenko, it's not a great pass to Maiga. Musina for 2, what a pass from Maiga.
Yeah, Maiga's the trailer. She fills that trail spot and then unselfishly moves it on one more for the easy layup.
And a team that has been winning games by 40 points finds itself 9 points down. Wallace turns the corner, great defense from Levchenko, and a travel against Christy Wallace, and head coach Paul Gorlis has seen enough. He calls timeout. Australia need to do some thinking here, maybe a change of defense, maybe some subs in the game.
Mick, I think you bring up a good question, and that is, how are you going to cope with the fact now that you're trailing by 9, having just coasted through this tournament? And so it's a timely and well-advised timeout by Coach Paul Gorlis for Australia.
Well, we're in the city of Chekhov here.
Heads up on that.
Well, head coach Paul Gorlis has called timeout this second quarter. It's his first timeout of the first half. His team trailed by 9, 22-13. Well, they put the hurt on some of these teams in this tournament. 62 is the highest team points number that any team had put against them. That was game 1 against Serbia. They won that by 44. From then only Brazil and China hit highs of 48 against this Australian team. Right now, Russia have 22 points in 11.5 minutes. And they're going to now to pour more trouble on them. Zone for Australia. They've looked at it the first quarter. They're back in it again now. Kolosovskaya, Levchenko. Up comes Musina high-low action here. Levchenko wide open corner is Klimova. Drops it in and out. The rebound, Musina missed it too. Bodies everywhere. 4 players on the floor fighting for rebounds. And this will go against Russia's 13. Zosalina Maiga, I think it was, the referee said, just pulling their opponent back on the arm. I'm not sure it was Alicia Froling or Lauren Scherf. Let's have a look. No, it was Christy Wallace that ended up on the floor. Miss Froling back down the other end. Tupaya. Russia playing some solid, hard defense here. Tupaya goes over to pick and roll. Offensive foul against Lauren Scherf. And maybe the reaction there of Elizaveta Klimova drew the referee into that call, because Klimova went flying. Second foul for Scherf.
I think you're right, Mick. Certainly a perplexed look from Scherf. There it is. And Scherf moves with the contact. Here's the zone again from Australia.
Yeah, a little 2-3 zone. It stopped, I got a foul out of Russia last time. They do move the ball well. Musina goes back door, Klimova in the corner. There's Maiga's jump shot, and she just started trotting down the floor on defense as she knew where that was going.
Open look from the baseline for Maiga, easy 2.
11-point lead right now. Australia in a bit of trouble here. Alana Smith set to come into the game. They're not sure where to go to get some points, and defenses are all over the place. Tupaia in a bit of trouble. She's turned it over. That might be the 4th time Talia Tupaia's gone barreling in there and come up empty-handed.
I like the penetration though, Mick, in the drive, trying to get something going, maybe get a foul, get yourself to the line as you're struggling to score.
Yeah, there comes a point when you have to come up with a little mid-range game, isn't there? Jump shot. You can't get in too deep for fear of getting your shot blocked. Krimova, Maiga fakes the pass. Up comes Musina, way open high. Great screen from Maiga. Musina goes in to drive. That's off Smith's hand last of all. And it touched the ground before Musina could retrieve. It will stay with Russia.
Again, Musina showing this mobility. You see it there. She has a desire to put it on the floor and go attack the basket.
Kolosovskaya, Musina, Kolosovskaya wide open, arcs up a long 3, airballs it, and it's rebounded by Alex Sharp. Sharp it's a double dribble, a travel. I think it's Sharp. It's a great crossover. Never got control once she got it to her left hand.
Again, it's a good idea by Sharp, good idea by Australia to get out and run. Probably needed to move that on a little quicker to Lauren Scherf. When those big players run the floor for you, you want to reward them with the basketball.
The old coach's adage, when you make a mistake, you should have done this, isn't it?
Yeah, that's easy to say from here, isn't it?
Kolosovskaya looking all great pass, the push-up from Maiga, great block from Lauren Scherf. How well is Lauren Scherf playing today? You've got to be really impressed. Off the bench, didn't start. Maiga goes up. I feel that Scherf was probably in early to play defense against Vadeeva to possibly use up a few fouls, but my word, her value's been incredible.
The second block shot, Mick, and on cue, Vadeeva comes right back into the game.
And there is Vadeeva 2. Wow, they're going to have to sort that big, huge hole in that zone out. Wallace straight away down the floor. Smith, back door, goes Sharp, back to Wallace again. Christy Wallace, they need a leadership right now. Wallace goes in. And a hand on the hip foul against Maria Vadeeva. 5 for Russia. It'll be her first foul. First player in double figures, Vadeeva, 11 points, averaging 16 for the tournament. Sideline ball for Australia here. The Gems trailing by 13. This is the biggest lead of the game. Wallace runs Levchenko into the screen, and I think this will be a foul against Wallace. The referee has just seen the left forearm of Christy Wallace straight into the chest of Levchenko's. Big smile on her face for Wallace. Looks up to the scoreline. A 2-for-1 scoreline. Australia wouldn't have been wishing this overnight when they've been thinking about their World Championship semi-final. A foul, this time against Smith, reaching in on Sioma of Russia.
That's frustration, Mick, isn't it, by Smith? And your 2 leading scorers right now for Australia, Smith averages 13 and Froling averages 10. They average double digits. Both of them, each of them yet to score.
McBeega replaces Smith. Great cut, Kolosovskaya in late. Soft touch, but not soft enough. Vadeeva with a rebound. Goes chasing after it. My word, she's an animal in there.
2 rebounds in quick succession.
Sioma, 3 misses. Vadeeva got it, and 1. Maria Vadeeva has taken over this game single-handedly. She has 13 of Russia's 28 points now.
Well, Mick, it's no less than she deserves this trip to the line. She had 3 offensive rebounds this trip down the floor. See if she can polish it off here with the ad 1. Won't drop for her.
Maria Vadeeva is 6'5", 6'6". She's not. You cannot miss her on a box out. You've got to get her out of that board. You've got to be a little more aggressive for her, perhaps. Sharp on the far side. McBeega gets a post up into the corner. Comes to Tupaia, wide open. Wallace for 3. Count it!
Yeah, that's great movement by the Australians. They space the floor, find the open shooter, and what a timely basket by Wallace.
Well, they needed that so much. That's incredible. I think that's 7 now for Wallace, leading scorer for Australia. They only have 4 scorers on the board, and Russia have shared it all around. That's not a great pass inside, but Vadeeva will get it back. Missed it. The rebound straight away to Sharp, who puts the ball on the floor, turns it over again. That's not great play from Australia. Vadeeva, 2 more, got it.
Nick, it's not often you're going to hear anyone say this about the Australians, but right now Russia just want it more. Levchenko strong there, strong hands. Vadeeva showing strong hands, and Australia right now getting out-hustled.
Chapaya on the reversal. Scherf, little quick jump shot, back of the rim. It might drop in, it doesn't. And the rebound will go in. Tough work from Alex Sharp, the number 7 for Australia. Probably the last one of those, not with the prime player you'd expect to get an offensive rebound and put back, and it got a favorable little roll off the rim.
That's exactly what you need, isn't it? When your team is struggling to score, you need a hustle play, an offensive rebound, a putback, and Sharp getting 2 precious points for Australia to keep them in touch.
7 of 9 from the free throw line now. Alex Sharp, she'll come out straight away, and Horvat gets her first look. You know, I'm going to go back to what you said just now about out-hustle. I'm not sure you could actually put Australia. I'm not going to go there. I'm going to say they've just had an amount of misfortune. I think they've been psychologically knocked off balance by the presence of Vadeeva. They can't deal with Maria Vadeeva, and that's the conundrum they're going to have to solve here. Here's Ogun. Ogun into the lane. Wide open, Krimova. Oh, it's very simple because you take care of Vadeeva, stop her getting the ball, wide open jump shots, and as long as Russia are making them, it's going to be a long night for the Gems of Australia. Perini goes baseline, up in the air, great pass to Horvat. Can she get a score back at the rim? McBeega keeps it alive, but unfortunately for McBeega, it's come off her last of all, and that was the referee reliving that moment to see who touched it out. I think it might have been a Russian player touched it out eventually. Let's have a look at the replay here. There's Horvat with the shot. Well, it's anybody's guess. Even on the replay, you couldn't quite clearly see who it was. Levchenko now. Up comes Sioma. Backdoor Vadeeva. There's the skip pass to Kolosovskaya. Vadeeva to pick and roll. We haven't seen much pick and roll from Russia tonight, but Vadeeva, the cross pass here to Ogun, in and out. Now, can Australia take advantage? They've got a Russian miss there. Trail by 14, still in this game. Chapaya backdoor, goes up, misses. Chapaya the rebound. She'll have to get this one out, I think. Horvat goes in, and a foul. I thought I had a phantom whistle there. 2 shots to come here for Chantal Horvat.
Well, Mick, we'll take a look down this defensive end of the floor when Russia come back. You're right about how Australia have to key on Vadeeva and pack the defense in. Right now, Russia are just 2 for 7 from behind the arc. So I think the question still is for the Russians, can you make jump shots? And Australia should still focus on the influence of Vadeeva.
So Horvat makes both free throws. 12-point game. A bit of pressure down the floor. This maybe should have been in this from the start. Still backing off Levchenko. Wide open. Jay again goes down. Kolosovskaya. Every 3 she makes, she points one finger up to the skies. And it's a 15-point game now. This is the biggest lead of the game. Big 3 there from Scherf. Hit the backboard first. Now probably not what they wanted straight away.
A little too quick.
Kolosovskaya in, blows the layup. Scherf another rebound. Her value as far as collecting rebounds is cannot be underestimated. Perini in, little Euro step underneath, another block shot. This Vadeeva. Poor choice of shots, back-to-back offenses for Australia, you think?
Yeah, they're struggling to score, a little impatient, trying to make something happen. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Ogun is that pick and roll for Vadeeva. Rolls, great pass from Vadeeva. Musina, corner again, Kolosovskaya, the finger pointed, nope this time. But Vadeeva, the rebound, she is just unstoppable. Levchenko 3, there's another one down. My word, what were the numbers just now? Because that's back-to-back trays for Russia as far as scoring.
Kolosovskaya is 2 for 4 from behind the rainbow. And as a team, right now Russia 4 for 10, so 40%, about what you'd want as a team, shooting from the perimeter from behind the 3-point line. Again, you can see the physicality, Mick, of Vadeeva. She just He's got such strong hands. She'll rip the ball out of the Australian hands and move it on.
Well, this tournament's a breeding ground over the years for the greats of women's basketball as they progressed. As the tournament started back in the day, was it the 1980s, Liam, wasn't it?
85 was the first time the women played. The men played in 79.
Soviet Union were first champions, seem to believe, seem to remember. Australia were champions once, and the last 5 champions have been the United States of America. And they'll be pushing for their 6th trophy in a row at this level. It's a fairly formidable record, that is for sure.
Australia won this competition back in 1993 when it was played in Seoul, South Korea. They were paced in the finals by Michelle Brogan, now Michelle Brogan Griffiths, who had 20 points, helping the Aussies win their only gold at this level.
And it's funny because it was later, 2 years later, I think 4 years later, the best Australian team got silver medals with Lauren Jackson playing and Penny Taylor, excuse me. Anyway, back live here, the new young set of gems going at it. Another offensive foul here against Australia. I think this is against, it is Chantal Horvat, just on the edge of that double screen up high.
This will make a coach pull his hair out. You come out of a timeout, an offensive timeout, you get an offensive foul called against you.
18 points the lead. Levchenko breaks free of her marker, which is Perini. Levchenko corner, draws forward Scherf. Levchenko, the little pop, stop and pop. Rebound from Russia's all over the ball. And Australia come right out of it with the ball, and Perini's in a bit of trouble here. They got 4 on 3 and turnover against Australia. I'm going to say they got 4 on 3 down the other end. They couldn't get out the ball, out from underneath their own basket. Perini out, Wallace in. Christy Wallace probably was an option into the game. A good minute or two ago. She'll pick up Levchenko. Mahiga comes to help out.
Here's a number that's going to make a coach cringe. Coach Goris, the Australians have given up 11 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, add that to the turnover. That'll quickly add up to your 18-point lead. Musina in the lane. And a 3-second call. She'll didn't give the referee a look, but I'm sure she'll argue, listen, ref, I'm being fouled, I'm being pushed.
I think you're right, Mick. It's good defense by Chantal Horvat, though. She dug down and collapsed, double-teamed on the low post, and caused the 3-second violation.
Well, there's your contrast in defense for Levchenko against Wallace, because she's putting pressure on her all the way down the floor. Levchenko may have taken a little hit to the stomach there. She's holding her bottom of her rib cage. He's Froling to Tupaia. Australia need to find some answers pretty quickly here. Tupaia's not shown anything since early in the game, and a foul against Musina, number 4 of Russia, who's reeled away from the contact, holding her throat. She'll probably say, what did I do wrong, ref?
And she's right, it's Tupaia who initiates the contact, but how often do you see the referees rewarding positive play by the offensive players?
So Talia Tupaia from the free throw line. She's had shots tonight already. Well, we're 55 seconds away from the interval break, and Australia have 23 points on the board. Long over the top to Ogun. She may get a layup out of this. Ogun goes up, meets contact, and beautiful defense from the Gems. It was Lauren Scherf that blocked it, and a great box out on the far side by Tupaia and Wallace. And it will be Australia's offense.
Things are getting a little tasty, Mick. I don't know if you saw it at the end, but Musina just helped Tupaia out of bounds on the loose ball, as if to say, you run into me again next time.
Here's the pressure from Levchenko on Wallace, and questions have to be asked. Why Australia and the turnover as well. Poor pass from Tupaia to Wallace. It's Musina skips it over and turns it back over. That'll be a foul against Levchenko. Number 9 for Russia. Great work from Christy Wallace. Just anticipated that pass. Levchenko can't believe it, but this is a good call. Got the steal. Wallace had 2 hands on it before Levchenko made contact. Levchenko will sit down, and it will be her replacement, Anna Buravaya, to come in for the last 31 seconds of this half.
Both teams showing a lot of character, a lot of guts, and a lot of heart. as they're playing hard, both teams.
Well, 16, this will cut it to 14, and maybe another offense. Well, it would do. Maybe another offense after Russia will get a shot down the other end. Wallace comes in averaging just over 9 points a game. Misses both free throws. What a rebound from Froling. She's thrown it away. Russia, Buravaya looking to Maiga. They'll drag one out. They'll take the time with his Kolosovskaya. Back to Buravaya. Reversal to Ogun. Ogun penetrates up in the air. Turned it over. Got it back again. Block shot from Scherf. And that'll be possession arrow as Horvat and Musina battle it out. It'll go to Australia. So you missed 2 free throws. That could have cut it to 14. You're going to get an offense here. No, 10 seconds. Tupaya looks over. You need to be a little quicker about this, I think. Tupaya over one pick and roll. Hesitation up in the air, and Maiga says, wow. She's about to say not in here, and the referee on the weak side there, on the far side, called a foul against Maiga. 2 shots for Tupaya.
Again, it's good play of Tupaya. She gets deep, and she's rewarded with shots.
My only argument with that, she's been in deep in there 4 or 5 times and come out with nothing.
Yeah, the last 2 trips, she's been more balanced, hasn't she? She's got herself 2 trips to the line. You're right, though, a couple times she's gone in wildly.
Good shooting, 2 for 2 there for Tupaya. I think she scored the last 4 points from the free throw. That's the end of the first half here. And if you're an Australian fan, you won't like the scoreline. 39-25 at the break. As Alicia Froling looks up to that scoreboard, gets a few high fives coming in. Both teams will go off to the locker rooms, and a 14-point lead for Russia and the home fans. I think we're just getting confirmation from the referees of what that foul was to the table. There's your statistics, Liam. Australia definitely won't be writing home about their shooting.
Look at the rebounding battle. It looks even, but you would cringe as a coach if you gave up 11 offensive rebounds to your opponents. So certainly Australia are going to have to try and take care of their boards better. And then 11 turnovers at this stage of the game, far too many.
Leading scorers there, rebounders and assists. Vadeeva, all 3 categories for Russia. Tupaya ahead in points and assists, and Lauren Scherf, who I think has been the best player for Australia, with leading rebounds. Vadeeva with 15 points. Kolosovskaya just got into the game with a couple of threes, and the rebounds by far a double-double already for Vadeeva. Incredible, isn't it? I think she had 23 points and 21 rebounds in a win earlier in the tournament. Well, I hope you're enjoying this one. Join us at 12 or 13. You'll see some highlights, and then we'll be back in for the second half in what promises to be quite an extraordinary finish to this first semi-final. See you then. Hello, testing. Hello.
Time to get there. Going.
Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, thanks.
Hello, can you hear me? Yep.
Sound check. Privyet Malishka. Hello. Sound check. Welcome back, everyone, to Chekhov. As you see, the American team just warming up as only the American team can. They'll be playing the second semi-final tonight later on against Spain. I'm not sure they know they're on candid camera, but they're sitting off to the left of us behind the benches. Our first semi-final, 39-25. The Russians lead, the home side, Russia here against Australia. And it will be an interesting matchup if there was to be a USA-Russia final tomorrow. We're a long way away from that right now. But that's the mouth-watering prospect that might develop from this game. With me, Liam Canny. Liam, come on, 14 points down. Everybody's saying in this gym there's no way back for the Australians, but surely the Gems have got something up their sleeve.
I think you're right, Mick, and I think the message at halftime certainly will be, first of all, don't panic. There's plenty of time to get back in this. Usually when you face a double-digit deficit as a coach, you try to make it manageable for your team. Hey, let's say, could we get it halved by the time the third quarter is over, get it down to 7 or 8 points? And I think Australia needs to show a little bit more patience at times. We saw a few times in the first half, particularly the second quarter, where some shots went up early, a sign of some frustration. They weren't scoring as fluidly as they have done through the tournament.
Yeah, I think some good points there. You know, if I'm coaching, and we both know that it's not going to happen. But one thing to worry about the Australian is they didn't really come up with many easy shots. Even the ones they missed, there was nothing in the comfort zone for them. And a lot of that has to be said for the really stingy defense, the stern defense of this Russian team. Now, fair enough, they've got Maria Vadeeva at the back of that zone, who's going to block a lot of shots, along with Musina and a whole bunch of them, Sioma as well. They've got to come up with some easy looks, and if they don't do that, they're going to be really putting pressure on themselves mentally as well as physically, trying to make those tough shots. Second half is about to start here. This is the semi-final. We're in south of Russia, in Chekhov, for the FIBA Under-19 World Championships. 39-25, a 14-point lead for the Russian team, much to the delight of nearly 95% of these fans who've come for this game. Referees just want to make sure we're okay. The thumbs are up from the commissioner. The ball's tossed to Klimova and Levchenko, number 9 for Australia, with the first person. We've already got bodies on the floor. I think Vadieva's run straight into Froling. Great look down low. Musina, 2 points. That's a tough shot from Raisa Musina off her left hand. Good way to start. Froling on the dribble weave here, and Tupai just denied the ball by Klimova, who's in there especially for the defense. Tumayak, deflection from Klimova out of bounds. It'll go with the Gems.
You're right, Mick. It was a great job of Klimova. You see her there. She's got a Band-Aid in her eyebrow. Showed some hard-nosed defense as she fought her way across the top of that screen.
Well, she didn't start the game, and I'm sure she's in there for the defense. Wallace 3 off to the right. That'll be Russia's ball. Not a great way to start, although the look was there. It was open. And the cries from the crowd just trying to wheel their team on. 16 the lead. We'd been there before. Australia, slight tones of pegging it back before the break. Kolosovskaya into the lane, drives hard. Levchenko fades on a long 3. Ko! A little hop, skip, and a jump. She got back on defense.
It's a perfect offense for Russia. They go 17 seconds into the shot clock. They're in no hurry.
Alex Sharp goes in, and the shot blocking attempts of Vadeeva picks up rebound number 12, and the outlet to Kolosovskaya on the run too. Skip pass, Musina in a bit of trouble and turns it over. Alicia Froling breaks out of the pack. 2 points coming here for Smith. Misses the layup, good from Wallace on the retrieval.
And those easy baskets you talked about, Mick, that Australia need to get. They need to manufacture points on the break. Good job by Froling, starting the break.
There's only so much you can pick up off hustle plays, aren't there? You've got to make some easy stuff for yourself somewhere. Levchenko, a little skip pass to Vadeeva, 2 for the big Russian star. 17 now for Vadeeva, along with 12 rebounds, I think. Froling goes hard. Well, Levchenko stole in. Klimova breaks out of the pack. Tupaya's hot on the heels. Missed the layup. And Tupaya just flings it in the air and retrieved by Wallace. Wallace in through the legs, spins, flicks it up. Tough shot from Christy Wallace, but I'm going to tell you that was more fortune than anything else.
Absolutely. I thought it was a crazy shot.
That was the
Got
horse
the little
shot.
kiss off the window, it's good.
Somebody's got to follow and do the same thing now. Tough move from Musina, and I make that, they've missed one shot this half, and they're just piling on the pressure with a 19-point deficit now.
Exactly the start Russia would have wished for.
Australia trying to get into some offense here. It's gone up to Alana Smith. Smith backs down. Musina tries to flick it up. Musina's picked up foul number 2 for her. Referee trots over to the table. Holds up 4 fingers for Raisa Musina.
It's not a great shot by Smith, but she does the right thing with the dribble penetration mix. She has yet to score. Her first opportunity now. She's missed that. She averages 13. She really needs to find a way to put points on the board for her team.
I guess that goes back to my point about finding easy shots. You've been fouled an incredibly tough shot. It was going to be a tough shot if nobody fouled you. Free throws go down, 18. Oh, great pass over the top against the press. Kolovsovskaya. Oh, she looked past first. Musina puts back, no. And the foul against Musina, that's 3. Well, little things change big games. 3rd foul against Raisa Musina.
Well, there was pressure up the floor by Australia. We expected to see this as they try to get themselves back in the game, Mick, but they can't give up those easy opportunities. A pass over the top beat them too easily. Russia just couldn't turn it into points.
Yeah, they got caught out with that in the first half with a pass over the top, and I wonder how they're playing that back row, that press defense. Tupaia turns the corners, a lot of contact in the Kolovskaya. Tupaia up in the air. Smith unloads a 3. That's gone right over the top. There's an open shot there that was a good look. And another one goes begging.
Good ball movement by the Australians to open up the shot for Smith. Penetration from Tupaia, who kicked it, and Wallace made the extra pass. It's not a bad execution for Australia. Got to make shots.
3 3-pointers for Australia. I think there's 4 now for Russia, 5 now for Russia. Layup good, Vadeeva, unstoppable. That's all I'm going to say about that. Unstoppable. Nothing Froling could do about that defensively. Here's Froling, can Nashev put it back in her face the other way. Froling drives hard. Great tip pass to Tupaia, layup. Nice play from the Gems.
Mick, Vadeeva just made that basket look easy. By no means was it easy. She had to catch the ball on the move and lay it up and in and finish.
Does such a soft touch, this young, tall Russian. Levchenko picks up, looking for Vadeeva, finds nothing, back out to the point guard. The little general here. Well, she turned it over there. Good defense from Froling, all of a sudden is making an impact in the game. Wallace, kick pass out to...
It was Sharp with the miss.
Yeah, it was indeed Alex Sharp, and another Wallace 3 goes missing. Rebounded well by the Australians. Smith there, back to Tupaia. Tupaia, the Australians looking a little weary here. Tupaia, 18-footer, in and out. Vadeeva tries to get her next rebound, and it's on the floor, and Australians just diving everywhere. Levchenko 3-on-3 here for the Russians. Little hesitation. Levchenko lost the dribble, up in the air. Kremova 3, and at last, say Australia, they've missed one. And Froling holds to Tupaia. Over to Alicia Froling, tries to bring Vadeeva forward, didn't do much with the pump fake, could have done more maybe. Smith wants it, Froling there with the 3. In comes Wallace, and the foul against Levchenko. That'll be her 4th foul, Liam. That's a crucial call.
Well, this is a turning point in the game, you're right, Mick, but you know, Alana Smith was right in front of us, and she was desperate for the ball inside, screaming for it, but Wallace couldn't find her to give her a touch.
Well, we've got a timeout here. And both teams now will be eyeing up to that scoreboard. Russia, 18 points to the good. Will feel they're in complete command, but I think losing Levchenko with that 4th foul, at least until midway through the 4th quarter, will be an interesting little twist to this one.
Yeah, this is an important passage for both teams. For Russia, they just want to make sure they continue to keep this advantage while Levchenko's on the bench. And
Well, watching all the action on live basketball.tv, there's head coach of the Russian squad, Dmitry Donskov, who's put his team one step into that final tomorrow. And you see the results of those statistics. Vadeeva with 19 points, a whole host of rebounds. A double-double by halftime. She had the Russian number 5, 12 rebounds now, along with the 19 points. The replacement, as far as point guards for Russia, is 12 Budavaya. And she'll have to settle down quickly. Wallace, wide open three. There it is, Christy Wallace. Second tray of the night. She missed 2 this half already. Made sure the third one goes down, and a 15-point lead now. Australia have got it back. Now can Wallace apply some pressure at the guard position? Krimova. Down to Vadeeva. Vadeeva's soft touch, yes. At some point, they're going to be wishing Maria Vadeeva is going to start missing, but when will it happen? Will the game be already over?
Well, it's perfect from the Russians. Mick, your starting point guard is out at the beginning with foul trouble. Throw it inside.
Penetration, Froling on the baseline, another tough shot, but draws another foul, this time out of number 10, Sioma. And Alicia Froling will make that trip to the free throw line once again. Froling's 27 free throws she's taken coming into this game. And another one of those players that gets fouled a lot and gets a lot of practice from the free throw line. 19 of 27 coming in. And first trip for tonight for the Southern Methodist. Big time family of basketball players. Mum and dad both played in the Australian leagues. Twin sister plays with her at Southern Methodist as well, and I think her younger brothers play as well.
Mick, she's the leading scorer on the SMU team as a freshman. That's quite an impact player.
Yeah, I think the only reason her sister Keely's not here is because of injury, so they both could have been here. 3 from Kolosovskaya misses, and this is a good period for Australia. They've at last got Russia out of sync and missing shots. Wallace puts on the pressure. Wallace, not a great play from Christy Wallace at all. Up in the air and loses the ball and slaps the hands together in anger, really.
Yeah, she's annoyed with her decision making there, as well she should be.
Buravaya calls the play, double pick and roll for it. It's just a single in the end. Trying to get the milk Vadeeva in down low. Krimova penetrates. Krimova throws it up and scores. I think she got away with a little shuffle to the feet there.
She did, and Russia missed an opportunity to give the ball to Vadeeva when she had Wallace guarding her inside.
A little pirouette in the lane too from Krimova. Budavaya now guarding Wallace. Froling brings forward Vadeeva. A little hesitation. Froling. No, there's Froling, excuse me. It was Scherf before. No luck going the Gems' way right now. The body's on the floor again. And a foul against Musina. That'll be her 4th.
Well, Mick, I'm going to have to apologize to the Australian fans, because right now their team are playing with plenty of guts and character. Wallace right there gets her body on the floor. I called them out in the first half, but certainly they're playing hard now, aren't they?
Yes, indeed. Not sure where Sioma got this foul from. The referee's just jumped in quickly. 2 shots here for Wallace. She's 0 of 2 from the line. Missed some big free throws before the break.
And this is what you need when you're chasing the game from behind. You need to make your free throws and put points on the board while the clock is stopped. Wallace 1 for 2.
Well, they're in trouble here, Russia, and they've turned it over. There could be points production here for the Gems. Down low. Into the lane goes Scherf. Misses the shot and rebounded by Musina. They're going to leave Musina in on 4 fouls. I guess they figure they got enough bigs to spread around the wealth. Vadeeva, not great defense there from Scherf. Krimova, Vadeeva on the mismatch inside. Little soft touch, misses it. Rebound, got it. Well, you can give a 1 missed shot, you can't give a 2.
That's the second time now Wallace found herself on Vadeeva's back, and good recognition by the Russians to exploit the mismatch.
Tupaya hits Wallace. Here comes Scherf in the corner, guarded by Vadeeva. Jump fake, backboard 2. Lauren Scherf put one of those up in the first half and comes up good with that move there. She is 2 of 9 on the night for Lauren Scherf. That will not be something she'll want to remember. Vadeeva penetrates, foul against Scherf. Beautiful work from Vadeeva. And you see the Contact from Chekhov just as the shot was being released. That will be her third foul. Well, Wallace sits down, Froling sits down. Farah Seaton's in the game for the first time. As Vadeeva goes 1 of 4 from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, Coach Goris going to his bench. You know, it's energy sapping when you're playing from behind and trying to get yourself back in it.
Well, for the number of points she scored in this tournament, Vadeeva only came in shooting 12 free throws in total. She's now up to 17 now with 2 of 5.
She gets a well-deserved round of applause by these partisan fans as she comes out and replaced by Maiga.
Well, Musina's in the game on 4. They've left her in there, so obviously they know that if Musina fouls out, Vadeeva can come in well rested. Chekhov on the reversal here. Mealy goes back door. Dennis in the game for the first time. Misses the first shot she's taken, Madeline Dennis. And Russia will slow things down. Buryova. Maiga up top, guarded by Dennis. Kolosovskaya been so active the whole game. Ogun brings the defense forward, in a bit of trouble here. Ogun all the way out to Buryova. Kolosovskaya corner. Wow, my word, she's been tough tonight. Kolosovskaya straight down the other end. Dennis on the layup, misses it. And I think an Australian will pick up a foul here. Take your pick, whether it's Dennis or Mealy. It's going to go into 15. Mealy.
Kolosovskaya with 8 points. Velvet touch. That baseline jump shot.
Oh, she had 2 big threes the first half as well. She's just one of those very, very active players, always busy on the floor. Maiga down low. They're trying to feed the bear down low. Kolosovskaya goes back door, misses it. The wide open layup. Farah Seaton goes up. Ogun tries to foul. Farah Seaton blows the layup. Thinking about Ogun and contact too much. And Australia blow another opportunity. 20 the lead now.
You just got to make those chances when you get them.
Vadeeva here at guard. Farah Seaton backs off. No pressure on the Russian guards here. Vadeeva, they got to switch off the pick and roll too. Maiga's down low with a mismatch with Farah Seaton, Gardner. And Maiga doesn't like the close attentions there of Farah Seaton.
It's a nice set the Russians run, Mick, which gets their big with a mismatch. Wallace found herself guarding Vadeeva twice, and here you can see Farah Seaton is trying to guard Maiga down inside.
But it goes back to my point about pressure on the point guard. If you back off the point guard, that will be a switch every time. You've got to step up and make sure it's not a switch, and then you don't have the mismatch. Inbound, then turned over again. Russia a bit profligate with the ball lately. Tupai goes hard, throbs it over to Chekhov. Back out to Dennis for 3. At last, Australia have got some points on the board and close the gap to 17. Madeline Dennis gets her first points of the game. Vadeeva in lane. Kolosovskaya. I think she'd be itching to get another 3-pointer off, wouldn't you? Again, they've got the switch off the pick and roll. A little too easy, perhaps. Kolosovskaya goes backboard. And Chekhov collects, but I think the referees have said it's hit the line first.
With 10 seconds to play, Russia, no doubt, Mick, will want the last shot. They led by 14 coming out of the halftime change room. They lead by 17 now. A chance to build on that.
Yeah, there should be a little inbound. It won't be too quick with a shot, or will they? Kolosovskaya goes airball on the 3. There'll be a chance for Australia down the road. Tupai looks ahead, and they've got layups here. Dennis goes up and scores. Madeline Dennis has hit her average in the space of 20 seconds. 5 for Dennis. And that's the end of 30 minutes of play. And there's a sniff, a door left open perhaps, a window is creaking. Australia only trail by 15. Well, 10 minutes of semi-final 1. We look to our left, and Spain are sitting in the stands. USA are next to them. That's going to be a semi-final to savor. A 15-point drubbing. USA put over Spain, Liam. It'll be interesting to see if Spain can come back against a very, very talented US team.
Well, those two teams met in a pre-tournament exhibition. As you look at the game statistics, Mick, The USA beat Spain and Murcia before this tournament started. So the question for the Americans is, can you go out and beat an opponent 3 times in a row? No easy task.
See, a lot of said of that. I just think that's in the mind. I think that's in the mind. I said you play every game and you just don't even think about yesterday.
If it's in the mind, then there it is.
Yeah, so you go out and play today. Yeah, you forget about anything that happened yesterday. That's all you got to do. And that's all these players have got to do is just remember, do not take your eyes off the next game.
Well, you make your point is especially cogent when it comes to the Americans because they've won the last 5 tournaments in a row. They're on course for the 6th gold medal. As you say, does that play on your mind, or do you just go out and play the next game?
I think the only thing for any USA team that steps on the floor is everybody wants them to get beaten. You know, and unfortunately that's the way it is when you've got a team that's so dominating in world basketball, especially at the junior ranks. I mean, I think they lost at the under 16s, I think, this summer. I think the first time in 4 or 5 years they've lost at any age group. It's a phenomenal record.
And there's the basket right there, Mick, that gives the Australians some hope. You said there is a window, a creek. They finish with a basket, a quick release by Kolovsovskaya, a little too quick.
Great third period there for Australia, 2019, but they've got to get some stops along with the scores. Tupaia goes deep into the lane, reverses. Oh, Madeline Dennis, you got to shoot it, young lady. And he does the second time of asking. Misses. Kolosovskaya turns to the referee. Thought she got a lot of contact there from Meili. And they've got Levchenko back in the game. That might be a wisest move. Coach Donskov's done all night, just to settle the team down a bit. Corner here, Kolosovskaya, Vadeeva. Oh, she's missed a shot. They can't give her a second one because she'll score, and she does indeed.
So active on the boards, and she keeps the ball high when she gets a rebound.
Well, when she misses the first one, you know you've got to get an elbow in her to make sure she doesn't get the rebound. Tupaia, they've got to switch here. Can they get advantage? In low is Scherf. Tupaia goes into the lane, doesn't want the shot, all the way back out to Farrah Seaton. Arcs one off from the Wilderness, and it's gone off the back of the backboard. Great rebound from Meili. Back to Tupaia, Scherf. Meili 3, a little flat and short. And a rebound from Vadeeva, who collects rebounds like, I don't know, like anything really, like presents at Christmas. 15 now for the game.
Australia with 17 offensive rebounds.
Vadeeva, great kick out to Kolosovskaya, in and out, and that's a better box out from Scherf that time. Farrah Seaton looking for help, finds it in the end of Tupaia. Puts on the pressure, up and under move. Everybody wanted to travel, I think, on the Russian bench, and the referees have obliged, and the Australian bench are up in arms.
Mick, are you surprised at all that the Australians, with Musina on 4 fouls, haven't thrown it inside and attacked her to see if you can find some soft defense?
I think it's easier said than done. I'm not quite sure. Lauren Scherf's the one you'd say, but Lauren Scherf's matched up with Vadeeva, so they've got to maneuver that switch to begin with. Levchenko is probably the pick of the guards tonight. Easy 2, Levchenko scores, and Russia are inching their way to the final. Meili looking down low. Meili goes in, reverses. Lauren Scherf is wide open. Step back 3, looks good. Over the top and missed. And Musina has been fouled, I think, here by 15. Meili of Australia. So Anneli Meili into the game, and timeout. Maybe the last throw of the dice here for Coach Paul Gaulis. But with 8:05 left, you think he might have another couple of aces up his sleeve.
Well, there's certainly time, Mick, but you know, the Russians are just so solid.
Very few weaknesses.
Yeah, you're right. You know, Levchenko is playing well, and of course Vadeeva's a handful. The Russians have got balanced scoring. Musina has 8, Vadeeva 26, Levchenko 10, Kolosovskaya 8. You're looking at potentially getting 4 players in double digits by the time this is over.
Well, Vadeeva's numbers, I believe, are a tournament high of 26 points. She'll have to go some to beat her tournament record as far as rebounds are concerned, because she had 21 rebounds against Egypt. With a 57-point margin against Egypt, you wonder why she actually ended up playing, well, he only played 20 minutes for 20 rebounds. Just picking off rebounds like picking up apples off a tree, isn't it?
Well, she has 15 now. And you wonder, you know, these next 2 or 3 minutes I think are critical for Australia. They need to show some signs of a comeback here.
Russia with that 19-point lead. They are just going to take their time. I think they're about 3 minutes away from game kill time, playing it out, just working the numbers. Levchenko goes in, looking to reverse it, carrying the ball the whole time she dribbles, mind you. Krimova on that far side. That's a really flat three-pointer. Chekhov keeps it alive, as does Vadeeva. Wallace comes out of the pack, and it's Russia that end up with the ball. Levchenko, dribbling skills. Wallace maybe got away with a foul, and Levchenko arcs it up and misses. And it's mayhem in there. I think the referees have seen something. See what the call is. I think it's going to go against Australia, against Christy Wallace. No, it's going to go the other way against Vadeeva. It's 5. Well, your guess is as good as mine at exactly what.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that comes from. It's only her second foul, Mick, so for as active as she has been on the offensive glass, she's played very smart.
Lauren Chekhov in against, guarded by Vadeeva. Vadeeva offers little defenses. Chekhov comes up with a nice fadeaway. We're back to 17.
Yeah, very soft defense by Vadeeva.
Levchenko now, who's played the major minutes of this game for Russia. Kolosovskaya was wide open for a 3. Back down to Vadeeva. Vadeeva goes up, and Chekhov meets her with a bit of resistance. Musinov misses the shot, and Vadeeva another rebound. I think she's dribbled it out of bounds. As indeed, it's going to go to Australia. Well, another opportunity. They're not going to get many in this game, Australia. Farrah Seaton jump shot, got it! And we're back to 15. Oh my goodness.
I think it's Perini, Mick, with the jump shot.
Yeah, Perini, excuse me, yep. Well done.
Well, Perini had a chance to throw it inside to Chekhov. It's a good thing she made the jump shot, because if you didn't, I think Chekhov would be telling her all about it. Hey, if I'm open the post, give it to me.
Fresh off that bench too, Michaela Perini. A lot of confidence. Here's Levchenko, who slowed the pace of this game right down. Whips it over to Vadeeva, one-on-one with Chekhov. Vadeeva into the middle. Skip pass to Krimova. Krimova arcs up another 3 that misses. Wallace now to break out. They're going to get some quick, easy points. Perini in again. Oh, unlucky, unfortunate for Perini. That is such a tough call, because you'll see a lot of travels around the floor, but you'll see the referees call more than ever a player at speed trying to dribble.
Catching that pass on the move. They often get called for travels, don't they, the players?
Paul Gawlis has got another timeout booked here for Australia. Team down by 15. They've just missed one opportunity. Sioma hands off to Kolosovskaya. Sioma corner again. They're going to back Vadeeva down. Going to find her eventually. Kolosovskaya comes in, and a beautiful layup. And that is exactly what Paul Gawlis didn't want to find coming into the timeout. His team trail by 17, 65-48, with 5:59 down to go. Liam, I'm going to say 2 minutes, and this is going to look suspiciously like Russia going to be the first team in that final, guaranteed.
It's the travel by Perini, isn't it, Mick? You've got the ball, you're in transition, you've got a chance to get it to 13 with momentum. And the Russians come back on the turnover and score.
And the reason I'd be frustrated, because it didn't look like a travel. You see a lot of times players do make the mistake of not getting that ball down quite. That looked, all intents and purposes, as far as I'm concerned, with my eyes, and they're not that great, but it looked like Perini did a good job there. But what can you say? And then that's why you coach, don't you? You coach players to train them to get that ball down as quick as you can.
You can sense the attitude and the body language of the Russians. They know they've got 1 foot in the final.
Well, USA-Russia final will evoke many memories. A Russia-Spain final, I think, goes back to last year's 18's Eurobasket, was it? I think that was the final, Liam, was it? I think that's right, I'm not sure. You'll have to... My memory doesn't serve me that well. Russia were champions. I know they beat, they won the 16s too. Back-to-back champions for the women's Russian basketball. Here we go, Australia anyway, trailing by 17. Last chance, last dance for the Gems here. To Chekhov. Shoma comes up and plays tough defense. Russia, no, they're not too far away in this one. Another turnover this time against Smith. Levchenko turns on the burners, and surely she'll drag it back out. They do have a mismatch down low with Messina guarded by Tupai. They're going to work it this time. Layup for Messina as Tupai went to seal it. Tupai quickly down the other end, up in the air. Smith comes in, goes short on the layup, and we are now in downtime as far as Russia concerned. They will just milk the seconds off each shot clock, piling more pressure on anything Australia can do offensively. Koloskaya, Messina the jump shot, rebound for Wallace. Wallace in the open floor. Now Gems really have to be quick about scoring here. Turnover as the pass to Smith was deflected, and I think Smith has got the foul as well. Number 12 in the book, and it'll be Russia ball.
Mick, the under-18 European Championships last summer, Russia, in fact, are the champions. France, silver medalists, and Spain are the bronze medalists. Yep.
So 19 the lead. You wouldn't have looked at this because everybody said this was going to be a close semi-final, and really intensity-wise it has been close because Australia fought all the way. Underneath Messina, 2, another one. As she has now 12, and she's started to collect points on her portfolio for the game. Alicia Froling set to come back in the game. Smith down low, they can't get to the ball. They do now, and into comes Sioma for an offensive foul is this. And Smith's almost in tears leaving the game. Almost in tears. So 5th foul of the game, an offensive foul. I'm sure it can only be for hooking. Well, these Gems will walk off the floor tonight and think about this one, and will be any World Championship semi-finals never good to lose, that's for sure, but they'll have to prepare themselves for tomorrow's bronze game.
Alana Smith, Mick, will finish with just 1 point, having averaged 13 through the tournament.
Levchenko dances into the lane, almost comes up with the circus shot. McBeager back in for Australia. Here comes Wallace. Levchenko's got the best of that battle tonight. Foul from Messina's. She's done and dusted for the night as well. She'll leave with 12 points. A job well done for Raisa Messina. 12 points, 11 rebounds, another double-double on the Russian statistics. Outstanding work for the 4 and 5 for Russia. Neither of whom, Vadeeva or Messina, played at the under-18s last year. Wallace open 3, hit 2, misses that one. And Vadeeva almost collects it, and Wallace has stepped on the end line.
Wallace, a real nose for the ball, somehow came up with it. Just couldn't keep her feet in bounds.
Oh, Baylor University, I don't think you're allowed to do anything but hustle at that university, are you, for basketball?
Baylor and Stanford, 2 schools with tremendous tradition in the women's game.
Backdoor cut there from Levchenko.
We see some girls from UConn and Notre Dame in the next game.
Yeah, absolutely. Where?
Exactly.
Levchenko, 5'5". Question marks were asked about how she was going to cope with the Australian pressure from the guards, but my word, you'd say on this performance she's probably one of the better guards in this tournament. Vadeeva down low. Mind you, when you've got centers like Vadeeva to pass to, life becomes a lot easier. And Russia won't be too worried that offense went nowhere. They still lead by 19. All the pressure on Australia to score. Sharp, who's heading for Wake Forest in about a year's time. McBeager's shot is blocked. A foul against Vadeeva, and the crowd are up in arms about that one. 2 shots to come.
Well, Mick, the Australian girls came up off the bench, and as if to say that Vadeeva maybe has had the freedom of the city. Just her 3rd foul. To be honest, that didn't look too bad defensively.
It's one of those calls you feel maybe in the first quarter would have been let loose. Well, McBeager now. Free throws for her. First points of the game too. Youngest player on this Gems team. I don't think she turned 16 until later in the year.
It's her first time representing Australia, and she does it at the World Championships.
They don't have an under-12 team, do they?
I don't think so. So what a great experience it is for her.
Very young, yeah, exactly. She'll be around in 2 years' time as well. Foul here from Alicia Froling. Levchenko's taken a knock there. That will be called a dead leg where I'm from, a Charlie horse where you're from.
A Charlie horse indeed. And so, you know, if you're the Russian coaching staff, Mick, you've got Levchenko, you've got Vadeeva on the floor. I think at some stage you got to think about preserving them for tomorrow's final.
Oh, you definitely get Levchenko out with that dead leg, that's for sure. Get some ice on that straight away. And she's just trying to get rid of Tupaya's attention. Into the lane, Vadeeva misses there, and I think I mentioned in commentary, you don't want Vadeeva missing a shot when the game's all but over. Tupaya penetrates, misses, and Vadeeva, the rebound collector, and our points collector, will get shots and one more rebound to her stats. She might get close to a tournament high. The foul will go against Tupaya. And we do have a timeout for Russia. 19 points to the good, 2:51 left. You can count this one in the book, Liam. You never want to sort of say a game's over, but Russia have played so well today. All credit to them. Come to the party to play, as did Australia. Their hustle has been outstanding. Well, haven't won it as Russia, have they? Going to go back to the Soviet Union days. Go on, give me some stats. Throw them out.
I was going to say Australia have got to pick themselves up off the floor and play for a bronze tomorrow, and they're starting to accumulate tremendous tradition in this tournament. In 2011, they got to the semifinals and lost. In 2013, they got to the semifinals and lost, and then won the bronze medal. So, again, all credit to the Australians. They've got to the top 4 in this tournament, and tomorrow they can look forward to trying to secure another bronze for themselves. They haven't medaled since 1997. A bronze medal back in 97.
Yeah, one of the powerhouses at junior basketball. I think that Australian basketball is just getting better and better. The boys' teams are on fire. Silver medalists at the under-17 championships last year. They didn't do as well this year at 19s, but of course 2 players weren't there who were making great names in the States. Anyway, here back to this game. Vadeeva, who's making a big name for herself in terms of youth group basketball. Who knows what her future will hold next year as far as what club she'll play with. She's with the Spartak club this year. Played Eurocup basketball. Travel there against Maley. Emily Maley. That's that same call again at speed, getting the ball down. I think that looked a good call.
Mick, for Russia, the last time they medaled, 2001, they took a silver medal when the tournament was held in the Czech Republic. So all credit to them for advancing to the finals.
Levchenko goes in, foul. Farah Seaton, number 8, we got it right this time. And we are winding our way down this one. Here's the replay. Levchenko. Outside of Vadeeva, I'm going to say she is the real deal. Just a great mind, a great brain. But I'll go back and repeat what I said. When you've got someone like Vadeeva inside to help put the points on the board, it does make you look better as a point guard, that's for sure.
Levchenko with 7 assists and 2 turnovers today.
Penetration from Horvat was just partially blocked. Maley again putting pressure on. Farah Seaton wide open, off to the left. And Kolosovskaya drops it down to Sioma, who throws it over to Levchenko. And they will get it over half court. And Levchenko is fouled straight away by Maley. Dumped on the floor unceremoniously. I'm still quizzical to see why Levchenko's still in the game.
Yeah, it beguiles me as well, Mick. Both Levchenko and
now she's coming
Vadeeva.
out now.
Yeah, here comes
Buravia's in to replace her. This should have happened probably about a minute ago.
We'll see what type of a teammate Levchenko is. Substitutes at the bench. Is she going to make the second free throw and come out and let a teammate in?
Well, she won't miss it on purpose. I'm telling you that, because she knows full well she wants a rest for tomorrow. She's probably winking over to the coach and saying, when am I coming out? Anyway, second free throw, first one was missed, and the second one goes in. And a big cheer for Ksenia Levchenko, who another product of the Spartak club. 5 of his team come from that unit. I heard this week that 40 people, 40 young girls stay in the residence dormitory here at Spartak. Now 3 there from Dennis. Madeline Dennis has got 8 points in this game. 2 threes. Hogan, a bit of trapping from Australia here. Vadeeva, who else to be the focal point down the floor. Buravaya to Vadeeva. Still not convinced why Vadeeva is still in the game. Maybe it's just a stat collection. Kolosovskaya penetrates hard, runs into a bit of trouble, and there is a push.
Well, Maiga could come in and spell her. Certainly off the bench.
Well, what are the minutes for foul was on 7 for Australia? Sharp. Vadeeva's pushing 28 minutes now.
Yeah.
And I guarantee that's probably as many minutes as she's played all tournament.
It is Maiga who comes in to replace her.
Well, a previous high was only 23 minutes, so she's playing, you know, you're in a 20-point game. There's 1:36 left. And you've just replaced her now. Anyway, c'est la vie. It's all history. Kolosovskaya. It's the second, makes it a 22-point game. I must admit, it's not felt like a 22-point game because Australia have just battled all the way. That one's picked off there. Poor pass from Horvat down to Dennis. And although Australia won't let this one dribble out, they'll just keep hustling around the floor. Buravaya looks at the shot. Kolosovskaya looks. They'll take their time. Buravaya in. Ogun, the jump shot, spin to the middle. Little 15-footer, 2 for Ogun. It's that type of game. It doesn't matter what you try, it's going to drop down now.
Pretty move by Ogun.
It was indeed. Sharp throws the pass down low, and Sima picks up her 5th foul of the game. And she takes that long, lonely walk, looks to the referee over her shoulder. Doesn't look very happy. Into the game comes Brachikova.
There you go. We were talking about that earlier.
We were chewing over that name before the game started, just to practice that one. Maybe it's lucky she got in late, the way we pronounce things. Dennis. Meili comes into the middle, spins on herself. Meili over Ogun. Nice move there from Madeline.
It's a nice move.
Dennis from Meili. Meili. And we'll coming to the end of this. 40 seconds left. Russia, maybe an offensive piece for each team. It's a 22-point lead and a foul given up on the point there from the ever-enthusiastic Horvat. And there will be 2 shots here for Buravaya. Only taken 6 free throws. Coming into this game, 50% shooter. In fact, as far as minutes played, every 18 minutes a game. Well, she won't have that many minutes tonight, that's for sure, with the way Levchenko's played and the seriousness of the game as far as the money end of this tournament. Rebound from Dennis and Meili out of the pack. Another chance for Australia. Meili goes in. Little soft jump shot, misses, and Maiga comes in, but finished off by, and missed in the end by, we got an and one in the end. Sharp missed the first shot. Got her offensive rebound back in, and then was fouled.
And make all credit to the Australians. You know, they're playing hard right to the end of this game, as you would expect.
There's no other way. Is there really?
No, you just got to keep playing, don't you?
3-point play finished by Sharp, who's committed to Wake Forest University last week. Won't happen for a year or so. She'll go back and play in Canberra, I think it is she's from. And the cries and from the crowd to finish off the few seconds of this game. Semi-final number 1 is going to finish. The coaches will rise off their benches, shake hands. The crowd will rise with the players, the Russian players, in the middle of the floor, celebrate as they are going to make the Under-19 World Championship final on home turf. And you can guarantee this arena is going to pack it out tomorrow. What a great game. 76-57, 19-point winners.
Certainly we'll get some atmosphere in the final tomorrow. You can see what it means to the young women here. The Russians with an opportunity to play in front of their fans and friends. course, as you said, Mick, many of them play their club basketball very close to here. There's your final score: Russia 76, Australia 57.
Well, your final stats for the game, and look at the 2-point numbers in comparison. Australia were dredging the low numbers throughout the game. 28% as it ended up, and Russia close to 50%. Liam, the rebound, is not much in between it, but as you mentioned, I think the 16 offensive rebounds are probably more telling than the 21 offensive rebounds for Australia, which is a big surprise.
20 turnovers, Australia. That's a testament to the defense the Russians played. They kept the shooting percentage to 28% and caused 20 turnovers.
Well, Vadieva's double-double along with Messina's double-double were key factors in this game. Levchenko's 7 assists, 7 points as well. And top scorers there, the 27 points for Vadeeva, a tournament high for her. And 16 rebounds, not quite a tournament high for her, but solid performance. Another double-double. Wallace for Australia, I thought, battled all the way through this game. Very, very busy guard. Well, I hope you enjoyed semi-final number 1. Semi-final number 2 is heading straight your way straight after this in about 25 to 30 minutes. Join us then for USA versus Spain. The champions up on deck next as they take on a team they've already beaten. Well, join us then. See you next time. Bye now.